YouTubers, and today we're watching Trif Gaming's back profile and also YUGIOH. Let's find out.
So I just finished top 8 at YCS Anaheim. Almost pulled off the back, two back. Sorry I couldn't do it, guys. But the deck was absolutely incredible. Every single meta deck it auto wins. But if you guys saw the top 8, it has an absurdly poor matchup versus FTK style decks. Like Virgil's deck that, is crazy. I really hope he wins the event. I do think he will. So we're going to show you guys the deck. I'm going to show you guys deck football with so much new knowledge of how to play around Drolled. You guys saw that finals. I got Drolled and Ashed. And I ended on like 5+ interruptions through that. It's quite easy. So I'm going to basically tell you everything I know about the deck. I would say one thing though. If you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh consistently, as I am, I think anyone in the world better than me right now? No, I don't think so. No, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm not the best player in the world. I'm the best player in the fucking universe! Anyways, so I play every day, right, guys? And I play with the best testing.
That's an overconfidence.
So I'm actually launching a large Discord where we're going to be training every single day. And every time there's not a YCS, I'll be live training you guys watching Monday through Friday, every single day in a live stream. It'll be down at Metafy down below. You will not want to miss it. It'll be about 100 hours a month of Trif Gaming coaching. Highly advise getting it right now if you play Yu-Gi-Oh often. And I actually will be launching on this Wednesday Yummy Masterclass. So check that out if you play Yu-Gi-Oh. The only reason you do not play Yu-Gi-Oh often, do not get those because you don't play Yu-Gi-Oh Masterclass. Okay, anyways, so this is the deck profile. It's a little similar to what I used to Lima. I want to emphasize that there's way more Droll now, so you have to play around things a little more specific. The deck is absolutely broken. The fact that people are playing Yummy Mitsu and not playing this style tells me it's a little bit of malpractice. They might just not know what they're doing, respectfully. The way they all bridge together so potently is so difficult to stop, and it's because of not just these that are, so these are just, this equals both of these, this equals both of these, this equals this, like you want both of these. This literally bridges these two. These bridge so well with these because this is a fairy, with this contributing special this, then the Miracle Raven's full combo. These are and especially how good this is going second. I understand Droll's a card.
This is my best reaction of it.
That's what I realized mid-tournament. I actually got stronger mid-tournament, kind of like a Super Saiyan. What I would do is I recognize Droll was unlocked those main decks this tournament. So even if, let's say you're going first and you have these two, I don't play Amraj because my only cards that Amraj with are just specifically these three with the 5 Yummies. I would literally just roll the Cupsy. As long as your first search is a good Yummy search, they just roll the Yummy deck. Cool, dude. Like, what? If you guys saw the point, literally 6 interruptions plus Droll, or 5 interruptions plus D-barrier. You can't beat that period through Droll and Ash. So just make sure your first action plays through the Droll. That's it. Then the only other card you have to fear a bit is Fua, but not just Fua. In my top 8 written feature, in my last round written feature match, I got double Fualos.
Hold on. If you first action Droll, then what use Flawless on you on the Droll, but yeah.
I didn't have Ash or Coldvine. Double Fualos, Ash Blossom, and Zuna. Can you tell me a more broken 4-card? I need a Joker Lantern.
That's fast.
I won. I didn't just win. I obliterated him. I obliterated him. Double Fua, it resolved. Zuna resolved. Ash resolved on a huge search. No problem. I'm playing the best deck. I'm the creator of the Yummy Mitsurugi Masterclass. You think that'll stop me? It won't stop you either. You guys check it out. There's so many lines through Fua that you just don't give a shit. Because Mitsurugi plays through Fua, does it not? Yummy plays through Fua, does it not? So you're just giving them each roughly 1 drop for each. And then you're like, go ahead, dude, you have to deal with my 7 drops now. You do not care about Fua. Alright, so the last engine that's absurdly important. Even the 1-card starters. Yes, it's Miracle.
This package here is very interesting in a way because you have access to this one as well, which is actually pretty interesting way you could do it, which is nice. Well, maybe not these ones, but that's very interesting as well. Because the reason it is interesting because there's one thing. In taking a typical approach that the standard decks no one will produce, so which I like about it. So
or even two, but I'll get into that a little later. These are the one card starters. These are also the one card starters. I'll explain why. This engine is what actually brings the deck together. Because let's put yourself in the shoes of Trif Gaming. I'm Trif Gaming. I just want two ICSs. I have a Habakiri, and I have a token from the Nibiru. How can I get to my engine? I have no cards left. I just beat 10 interruptions. Wait a sec. I'm Trif. I play Azalea. I go Azalea. I go Hayate. Hayate said engage. Kagari, I'd engage. Draw. Hornet. Full combo. It literally bridges your full combo, especially when you have extra shitters on the board after their effects have been used. Your Cupsy has been negated. Who cares? Who cares? The amount of times I would summon a Cupsy Wait without actually Yummy and Great to like dodge a Veiler, Imperm, Droplet, etc., etc. I'll do that all the time because it'll eat a hand trap, and then you just go Azalea, Hayate. Like, I made Hayate, I felt almost every other match, which is crazy because if you're not OTK, you kind of like need it. Does that make sense? Very mandatory. If you're not playing this, you absolutely need to. If you want to cut these, I do think you're making a massive mistake. But these are entirely uncuttable, and you cannot play hand traps this format. I totally understand. It's crazy for me to say that. That's why I lost the top 8. But if you're going to absolutely obliterate all the format and all the meta, 90% win rate against all those meta decks, truly 90% win rate. Check my track record. 90% plus win rate against meta. But if you're going to lose to the Mjolnir decks or the Poros, Protos, 4 cards you have Protos, then so be it. If it means you're destroying Draco Tail all the time, if it means you're destroying Yummy all the time, if it means you're destroying Mitsurugi all the time, even if it means you're destroying Yummy Mitsurugi all the time, going second, so be it. So these are all the one card starters, and I'm adding these as just absolutely incredible extenders. These on their own, they're just extending. You do need, if you play a large count, like 8 of these, you do need to play 2, because you will open 2 of these 10 all the time. When you open 2 of these 10, 2 of these 19, because also counts if you open like this and this, you will literally be able to get the 2 Miracle Ravens. 2 Miracle Ravens apply so much pressure that your opponent can't.
Interesting.
So if you're playing the larger package, you need 2. But if you want to play a minor package, that I totally get, you could remove these 7. If you want to play a smaller package, you could play a 53 card deck. I just would not advise. I would advise against it because these are crazy cards. Forget Droll. I'm telling you, you just activate the first card. You actually don't give a shit, especially post side when they actually have Droll. This is the bare minimum. If this is a better summon, then absolutely this must be an Edward's period, unquestionably. Even if you don't want to play these, that's fine. This is just the super combo variant. But this is
heavy build, yeah.
So I think I explained now the absolutely amazing cards to see. And
it's a copper heavy build. This is a copper heavy build as well, so it makes more sense to do it that way. So do you know?
A whole lot of starters. When you're going second, I play so many board breakers. When you're going second, you also have 7 extra starters. These are incredible starters going second because this will obviously, after you clear everything, I've been preaching this since.
Well, they get 6 stars. They did this with a draw. They draw 2 because they get into starters, which is not the right way to approach it. You get the starters because it's better to search the starter than they draw into the starters because it's so random and to draw into the starters because it's so quite a lot to go through to get to your starters. So
before I even want to waste
it, yeah.
I'll cut Thrust Obedience. See you later, buddy. Over immediately. Or Thrust Pre-Prep. Thrust Talents. Thrust Engage. You're always getting Engage draw in this deck. That's why it's a crazy starter. It's full combo plus draw. Tronic.
Tronic to actually do the juice ball because when you use Tronic against the Yummy matchup, you can use Tronic to get his Yummy, and then you get something please time also for your deck, which is the instant starter, so you get your combo going, which is actually really cool. Which is also really good as well. And also, you can use it against the starter, against the Mitsurugi. You can use that to get you with no. Actually, no. I don't think it's a really good start for that one. Marvel set that one. But it's a good start that he gets yummy though. It's a very good start that gets yummy though.
Special seal.
He's put them in an attack or extract for that one.
Interrupts, and on top of it, it cups you in the field for free. Snatchy. Special cups you can brave. Minion cups you back. Like, it's full combo plus stopping something. Have you ever Tronus the Herald before? Have you Tronus a Lollipop Wave when they think that they're safe? You Regeki their board, immediately on res, they're going to go surprise to special their synchro 2, immediately before an action, because you're not having activated, you Tronus the Lollipop Wave, cannot activate it, cannot bounce back, and you're loading full combo, especially your whole combo from deck. So these are 34 starters. Going second, you literally have
34 and 41 starters in deck.
I don't know, 34, 41. You have 41 starters. I have more starters than you have cards in your deck.
Well, yeah. The reason you more starters than you do is because you put 60, you never put 40.
And one last thing. This card needs to be in your deck in some shape or form. I don't care what way. You could be playing injectors for all I care. This card needs to be in your deck. It's so you have 9 crazy starters, and you can play pot. And, like, you just absolutely need to. Especially because, let's say you want to play Regeki. You could have a free Regeki. This card says Regeki. Plus Zombie Vampire. Plus they do.
So will Regeki, because you can use this to search the copper pieces and they get it to the ritual, which is also it's actual Regeki one, which is the main tool. But yeah.
For the Zombie Vampire, you go Azalea, you get full absolutely unquestionably in some shape or form, this card needs to be in your deck. So, on top of the 21 breakers I'm going to show you now, you play 12 board breakers on top, because this searches this too, and 3 of these. So you actually play 15 breakers in your starters. So our starters have 15 board breakers. 18, 21, 22, 25, 28, 29, 30, 31. You're playing 34 non-engine. I almost have more non-engine than you have cards in your deck. I almost have more starters than you have cards in your deck. I don't care if 60 puts you off because it's 60. That's such a stupid generalization. It means jack shit. Unless you give me an actual calculated reason, there's no greater start. There's no card in my deck that I'm like, this card is absurdly better than every other card. They're all just so good. Like, I don't even play pot. I'm debating cutting obedience. Like, Engage is probably the best one. Barely. Like, they're all roughly equal power level. You don't need to play 40. You're not playing a shitter deck like Draco Tail that has like 9 good cards. You're playing a deck with 41 good cards. You're good. You can play 90 cards, you'll still never break. So yeah, 34. This is never cool. Aside this doodoo card out going second. I lost the game because I had 2 of these going second.
If you put the deck in the way, you could go 40 or 60. It doesn't matter if you play 40 or 60. If you put the deck in the way, you get 60 enough, then you're golden with that. So there's no point in there's no reason to play 40 or 60. You can play whatever you want. You can play 40 or 60. It really matter.
Sorry, how do I go into one? I'm like,
which actually makes sense.
It's only and these cards have been absurd because if you look at the specific meta, you're gonna deal with this shit, and then they have like one last push, whether it be prayers, whether it be Arthalion, or whether it be surprise special after. You literally stop all the after pushes. Don't play Empire. That card is ass. Easy to do anytime you want. And they are, guess what, guys? It's green. And that's what you want, alright? That's what you want, alright? Play Empire.
These two here, and except for that one, except for the last one, which is I just want to make a point here. These two here, they actually can do it in damage step, which you can change the top points to change the top points to it. So because you can do it in damage step really well with these two here. We actually can do it in damage step, which is actually really good. And also so no, it's not in the deck.
Special
it works that way.
You literally stop all the after pushes. Don't play Empire. That card is ass. Easy to do anytime you want. And they are, guess what, guys? It's green. And that's what you want, alright?
The reason you be green because they engage. So you can use engage, you can draw a card from that, so make it easier. And also, those two spells that you can do in damage step. That means you can sequence that top where they get killed. You can actually kill your opponent. Well, actually, take both damage to your opponent. but that's the top voice because the decrease the half the decrease the half the top voice or they decrease a little bit whatever it would be. So, I said we need one point say that, but I
every 40 card list needs to play these.
Okay, that's fast.
Period. If you're playing Kusanagi and Aramasa, I don't know what Cam was even thinking doing that. Do not play Futsu, do not play Aramasa, do not play Kusanagi. You're inserting 3 absolute garbage cards that you never want to open. At least this is not garbage. This is literally an extender.
Yeah.
And these are like only good if you. They're not good ever. I'm not gonna hope and say they're good. They're good in extremely niche scenarios where it's like you hard draw this, you have to play around with your opponent, or you hard draw these that like in conjunction with others. You would rather not see these, quite frankly. But if you do, who cares? You have 55 cards, and it cups you waiting some cards to discard. So it's all good. And if your opponent plays Murakumo, you're actually allowed to play a little brickier deck right now with breakers. When your opponent has Murakumo, you can discard your shit. So it's fine. 60 cards of greatness. I'm not changing a thing. One thing I did change. The main deck was the exact same. The theory just changed entirely. What cards you start with, etc. It's extremely important that you actually want to not give a shit about pool or draw. This changed. I'm only on 2 Snatchy. Never has 3 Snatchy came up. Not in Lima, not today. Never. At Lima, I had 2 of these Snatchies in my extra deck the entire match. Every time I look at my extra deck, I'll be like, why are 2 Snatchies in here? You do not need it. There's no more double herald. You don't need 2 Snatchies in rotation. You have 1 Snatchy in rotation, but if you begin with the Yummy, you have 2 Snatchies in rotation. Link Karibo, always coming back, will give you a minion card. You just do not need anything. You need to play Karibo, though, because of the Diviner, sorry, the Nouvelles cards. If you're not playing the Nouvelles cards, you 100% should not need to play Link Karibo. If you're not playing the Nouvelles cards, just don't play this. You're good. And anyone playing Link Karibo in pure Yummy, you definitely need the Masterclass. Please do not. Next, absolute MVP. Unquestionably, these 3. I don't even play this shit in pure. Unquestionably incredible. You need these. You need these. Even in pure. Put them after Arena. Pure is not enough before now with Mirakumo and shit.
Okay.
You need this. Want to know another MVP in some new cards I should have? Oregon. This card. You have trouble with Mitsurugi? I'm going to go in my brain and get again. Your opponent got Mitsurugi Ritual. Just use your Herald on their Regeki. Oh no, they're going to reject your whole board. You say, they summon out their card. You chain IP. Attack Murakumo, discard. Sure, I'll discard one of my 18 cards. Summon this, pointing to Murakumo. All your cards are safe. All your cards are safe. All of your cards, it's negated. You need protection from Murakumo. I was cooking every. It was just amazing. On top of that, Metatronics.
It has a point that because if you get your Murakumo, which is the AKA the board wipe, you can actually save your board a few times, or you have a monster that can be destroyed by power card effects. That's one of them. Those cards, so you can protect your but that, which is also really good.
This is Dark Reptile.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
My deck. You need that in your deck for Habakiri. So, because you're not playing Kusa or Amasa, you
because then IP protection, you got to shop the card effects, so you get this higher to get rid of off,
it's really good. It's actually better. My board is now
the Pikachu and board wipes, which is AKA destruction. That's it.
The SP on the board too. Because I know that this will always get me this. I'd rather a monster negate than a vanish. All my shit and stuff like vanishes. Very relevant. But if you're going to summon this with Tronus, it's a Link 3. Do not activate Snatchy's effect. Snatchy says you're not allowed to summon Link 1 for the rest of the turn when you activate this card. It says this card plus somebody place 1 Yummy Field Spell from your hand or deck. Also, you cannot Link summon Link 3 or higher for the rest of this turn. So always do not activate the effect. They're going to think you're playing around shit because you have a Yummy in hand. But in reality, you just cannot summon this. If you're intending to Tronus, the Murakumo. But Murakumo's my boss monster, not my opponent. So that shit never rejected my board ever. It didn't. It just didn't. It just refused. Like was like Dragon ever attack Kaiba? Never. Anyways, 3 of these.
That's
Someone cut zombies out.
A little bit static, but not too much.
You absolutely need these. All of these as necessary. I would not cut a single card.
And that's a lot of board wipes. That's a lot of board wipes.
Play all of these
I would say too. Nice.
Remnants of the mirror match. I actually might have. It would have been a top deck battle in the finals. I actually think I would have won it, to be quite honest, because next turn I'd be safe. But he actually ended on an Ice Rise with the detonator, so I couldn't handle the distant detonator. He just sent the Ice Rise. I was so pissed. I'm like, why are you putting a random Ice Rise on board? I couldn't believe my eyes. Like, I was actually. If you guys were watching my right eye, I was hiding my right eye because like the left was showing. A tear came out of this eye. Personally, so but you can always play these now. 2 Dark Ruler, 3. Dark Hole is arguably actually better than Dark Ruler. It's only there for Yummy. Like this 8 specifically is what I side specifically against Draco Tail and Mitsurugi. You'll be surprised how much Draco Tail scrambles, especially the branded version, when there's nothing to fuse with. And you cannot use your stuff as well. Worse, like these are actually very high value.
Yeah.
They're very high value. And you just want that shit gone. 3 Dark Hole, 1 Dark Hole shirt sometimes might be debatable, but yeah, amazing. And this is there for because your thrust will search Tail to the Abyss against Lunalight. So you want more searchable answers to Lunalight. I thought if anyone that's good saw my deck list, they would see that I was on Lava Golem as my only up to Liger. Then I won Liger and passed for 40 turns. I lost. I died before then, but just saying. So I wanted to add 1 up outs to Liger instead. By adding these. This is also very good. So you have 3. This is searchable, extremely searchable. Searchable by 4 cards. And Masquerena, if you go Masquerena and then make this, it's also an insta out. So you have 3 searchable outs to it. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. To do it. So if they Regeki you once, you search the other Regeki you on the hat.
And also the point it was all my outs to the Raga Dancer. It's the same process as this one. Because if you use some of your Raga Dancer, then you can and you boost attack points. He will boost attack points because he will always point for it. If you would the card weed size, which is one right here. So
hasn't been used.
But it will not negate its effect. Obviously not, which is not affected.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you still get attack points either way.
If you're, like this, I'm putting this in my deck anyways, not just for that deck. It actually was incredibly good. So you're really realistically putting 2 cards against them, but this will always go in against everything. If you Herald of the Abyss, a Herald, it's the same thing as using Regeki. There's always something. If you Herald of the Abyss, any of the opponent's cards, it comes up crazy value. It forces some form of interaction, which is then your other card resolves. So it's almost the same thing as these. And this, I only did play it if I played Lunalight. However, if you want to also side this in, you could, I guess. And sometimes when you do activate, just keep in mind you're playing Pyramid 2 after that. And then 3D Barrier, that's just best part of the format. Yeah, guys, the deck was absolutely amazing. I highly recommend it. If you guys want to learn more, I'm having this Yummy Masterclass on Wednesday before. Sadly, I'm going to Brazil. I told myself I'm only going to go to Brazil if I win. I didn't. The warrior inside me wants to go and just win, but too much traveling, and I want to do more videos for you guys, so I'm locked in for content. Thank you guys for watching. I'm really thankful for everyone's amazing kind words for the tournament. I read them all. I appreciate you guys. This will not be my last top 8, and it will for sure as fuck not be my last win. Thank you. Don't mention Ricky Masterclass down below.
Well, that was very interesting.